Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. I have returned, and I would like to thank Paul Ortiz for doing such a great job of filling in for me. Today is Tuesday, September 8th. Now, before we get into telling you who's on our show, we do have a brain teaser for you. So, put a coin into an empty bottle and insert a cork into the neck. How can you remove the coin without removing the cork or breaking the bottle? So think about that, and we will go ahead and give you the answer a little bit later in our program. Okay, now we do have a meeting to tell you about today. We have the United Board meeting, which will immediately follow this day right after our broadcast at 9:30 in the morning. And to participate in that meeting, you can go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, if you wanted to send an email or a question, you can email that to meeting@vmsinc.org, or you could phone in your question to 949-268-2020. Now, on our show today, we have In Your Neighborhood, and we are delighted to have Sheila, Chris, and Evelyn, and it will be fun talking to them, and we take up a lot of time with them because they have a lot of great stuff to talk about. And then we're going to share with you how to make a watermelon salad, because it's going to be a warm one again this week. So before we get to the weather, we're going to go to the resources that we normally share with you regarding COVID-19, because we are not out of that quite yet. You can go to ochealthinfo.com. You can go to cdc.gov. And then you can go to covid19.ca.gov, and then the county does have a hotline, which is 714-834-2000. You could always go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, where we get the latest information for you there. You can see on the right-hand side, or you could email us any questions that you might have regarding that to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, as I mentioned, the weather is looking quite warm again this week, but not as warm as it was last week. However, we are building throughout the week. Like today, we're going to be looking at cloudy this morning, as you can still look outside, then sunshine, and I still think it will still be hazy because of the fires in Northern California. We are going to be warming up to 89, 66. Then, of course, it's going to be hot again on Thursday, 91, 66. Then, as we get throughout the weekend, Friday, 91, 67, and then Saturday, 87, 65. Now, our sunrise and sunset, the sunrise this morning was at 6:30, and the sunset will be at 7:07. And thank you so much, Joel Goldstein, for capturing this gorgeous view. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Halloween a little bit. And of course, that's just right around the corner too. So thank you, Joel. And if you have a really cool photo that you'd like to share with us, preferably something that you might have, somewhere around here or somewhere that you have visited that you would love to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have an In Your Neighborhood, so stay tuned.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hope wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hoag is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by three lovely ladies. We have Sheila, we have Chris, and we have Evelyn. And we're going to have another In Your Neighborhood virtually. Well, ladies, thank you all for joining me. How are you all doing?
Good, very good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here.
I'm glad you were able to make it. We put this together. So, it's been months and we've been inside and we've had all of these things that we've had to do. And hopefully we've been able to supply you with lots of things to do on the internet. But I know you guys have all been involved in many clubs over the years, and that hasn't changed.
So I'd like you all to just give me a little bit brief background, and we'll start with Chris, just to tell me what what kind of clubs are you involved in?
Well, I've been a member of the Art Association since I moved here, and which was 7 years ago. And recently, I've been involved with the Old Pros, and I like to dance and like music. So I've done the Baby Boomers and the Rock and Rollers, and I also have my own gentle yoga club. So that's what I've done. I've done that since I've moved here also.
I love it. And Evelyn, how about you?
Hi. Yeah, well, I'm also a member of the Old Pros and Theater Guild here, and I belong to the New Jersey Club. I have a book club that I'm involved with. Also, I take emeritus classes, so it keeps me kind of busy. And I'm having my husband's book written, so we're pretty busy with that.
That's great, and that is an undertaking for sure. And Sheila, how about you?
Yeah. Well, the Old Pros are first and foremost, obviously, and we are still doing our soap opera, by Zoom. Right. I hope people are watching. And I just want to put a shout out for the Village Breeze, the magazine we got this month. Wonderful, wonderful 4 or 5 page spread on Brett Halsey, one of our members. We're so thrilled with that. And he was very pleased. I talked to him yesterday, very pleased with it. So I just wanted to let people know, if you haven't read your Village Breeze, it's the best magazine so far.
It's a beautiful magazine.
I think we've had 3. I think this is more informative than any of the others. So
yeah, it is,
and it looks really professional.
I'm glad, and the photos turned out really nice for everything. They do a really good job. It's a lot of work.
Fabulous. Yeah.
Well, also, if you look in the haiku section, what they published my ode to Owl haiku, along with my drawing. So you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you guys have something, you can always submit it to them, and they'll fit it in, I'm sure. So,
okay,
all right,
good to know.
Good to know that you guys are all doing some fun stuff. So let's talk about some of the challenges. We haven't been able to hug our friends. Maybe some of you have gone out and you've done some fun things, but obviously we're supposed to be staying at home, but some restaurants are open and you can eat outside, and many of them are doing a good job of doing the distancing and such. But Sheila, tell me some of the challenges that you're having with this whole stay-at-home thing.
Well, I'm really not, to be perfectly honest with you. What I did, I got very frustrated because of going out for a walk. You got to wear your mask and all that. So I bought a treadmill. I've got a small treadmill, and I've got it out on my patio, so I can go out in the morning in my pajamas, in my slippers, no face mask. I can wave to the neighbors as they go by, and I'm very happy with my little treadmill, let me tell you. I'm getting my exercise, and it's wonderful, wonderful. So,
are you sure you're supposed to be wearing slippers on that treadmill? I don't know. That sounds dangerous.
Oh, well, I don't go fast. I only go very fast. 3.5 miles an hour I'm up to. Yeah.
That's still
3.5.
That's very good.
Up and down, up the hill and down the dale. Now it's flat, straight.
That's very good, Sheila. That's actually very, very aerobic.
Oh, yeah. One other thing I've done that I'm very proud of, that I've been trying to do for years, I've written my will.
Oh,
so I'm ready to leave. I can go with a clear conscience.
Well, that's good. That's something everybody should work on. Chris, you said your yoga.
The clubhouses have been shut down, but what I did is I had about 6 people that are regulars and are good friends also, and we meet on the lawn right outside my back door here between the buildings. There's a big grassy, shady spot in the afternoons. So I've been doing what I call yoga on the lawn twice a week now. And unfortunately, I've had to turn people away because, we have to keep the group, small.
How many people do you have?
Well, there's 7, including me, and not everybody shows up every time. So it's usually, there's usually 4 or 5, maybe 6 of us there.
Okay. Okay.
What time do you do that? 6 a.m. in this heat?
Oh, no, in the afternoon, because it's when the western sun is behind the trees and the whole grassy area is shaded. So, no, we do this in the afternoons, late afternoons around, depending on the weather. Like I canceled this week because of, really hot, humid conditions, and they've been watering the lawn more. So when you come, the ants are more active and the lawn's wet. So
Right. Yeah, we
They
don't.
bite.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and then we spend half our time, getting rid of ants rather than doing the posture. So
I'm glad you were able to, improvise and do it out on the lawn, which is great because a lot of things have moved outdoors. Evelyn, what about you? Any challenges?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. But something, when there's a will, there's a way. I find excuses to do things, not excuses not to do them. I try anyway. I used to have a bike where I lived before indoors, and I won't do that again because it takes up the whole place, but I don't have room for it. Anyway, I do walk twice a day when I can. When I can't, I found an old Richard Simmons tape that I used to love to do aerobics to. And since I have an old VCR, believe it or not, I put that on to Richard Simmons, which I really love. Anyway, yeah, and at night I go for a short walk with my husband because he can't walk too fast. But yeah, that's kind of exercise I get. Sometimes I walk back and forth in my unit because I have a space that's a little, and I do that for about 10 minutes. So, it reminds me when I went to Hawaii once, and I was a Weight Watcher at that time, and I was like really committed, and it was pouring rain. So I walked in the unit for a half an hour. I mean, some of us are a little crazy, but I wanted to do it. So
That's good.
that's what I'm doing.
We're all improvising, right? So I mean that
Yes.
is you're adapting and you're improvising, and I think we're making the best of it as a whole. So let me ask you about if you guys had one thing that you're looking most forward to once COVID has passed, what is it you want to do, Sheila?
Oh, get back on the stage. Do some shows. Absolutely. If they ever open up Clubhouse 3.
They will. Eventually they will.
And then I'll ask Sheila, like I did the first time I joined, can you find a little part for me?
Of course.
Remember?
Always.
Evelyn, what about you? What is the one thing you're looking forward to?
Oh, me? Well, wearing masks, I'm going to continue doing because I feel that keeps a lot of flus and other viruses away too. I'm not going to stop doing that, but I am looking forward to letting my husband out. He's like in jail. I won't let him in because he has some heart problems and things, and so I have to be really careful with him. But going to stores again, just going somewhere and sitting down and having an ice cream, I don't know, just getting out, taking drives, and being able to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Visiting friends.
Right. Chris, how about you?
I don't know. I'm enjoying myself immensely now. In fact, I've discovered by forcing myself to slow down and get more involved with things I enjoy doing, like my art. And I went out the day they went in lockdown on March 12th or 13th. That next day I went over to the music store and bought myself a keyboard, and then have taught myself to play again. I played piano as a young child and a teenager. So I'm really enjoying that, and I'm enjoying just organizing my photo albums and my slides, and and then I Zoom with my friends. We have women who whine, and we Zoom together. So and I discovered I had asthma a couple of years back. So I'm going to do like Evelyn did. I'm going to continue wearing a mask because it seems like every year I'm getting these bad colds, And I have not been as conscious of my personal hygiene, and I think that makes me more conscious now.
Yeah.
So I'm the only thing I like to travel, so I'm looking forward to traveling again.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Now, actually, speaking of your art, so check this out. This is hers. This is Chris's, and you know it is
Beautiful.
a way to look at. And I always get fabulous comments about, oh my gosh, are you at home? Is that a beautiful? Is that your photo? You know, your artwork? Like, oh no, it's Chris's, and they're like, who's that? So you're getting a lot of play with this one.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Well, you know, this summer also I had 2 commissions, and I painted a really, really large painting in acrylic of some sailboats, like the beginning of the Newport to Ensenada, where all the boats are going all different directions. And then I had another commission to do a replica in oil of a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. And the client was so pleased with the outcome that she gave me an extra $100 tip. So I was.
Wow. That's lovely. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. So let's talk about, you know, going forward. You know, what are some of the things that you guys are able to do? I mean, I know you meet virtually with many of your clubs or your organizations or whatever you're doing. Like going forward, what are some things that you guys think might happen? Evelyn, why don't we start with you?
Oh, what might happen? Oh my gosh. Well, maybe that anxiety will lift when I go. I don't visit my kids. I just don't go anywhere, like I said, because of my husband. And going out and getting involved again, and I just feel like this is a pause in my life, which I guess it is in everybody's life. It's like a pause, and let's hit play. Let's continue to go on, you know.
Right.
So that's
good. I mean, you know what? There has been, I've talked to many doctors and a variety of medical staff, and we've talked a lot about isolation and anxiety and depression. And it's very difficult for many people who are most likely home alone and lack of personal space or personal touch and things like that. So it is very difficult. So hopefully, like you mentioned, you know, a lot of this anxiety will go away over time. Sheila, I know you've been very active. You said with Tales of the Woods. Do you think that's kind of what's kept you happy?
Oh yeah, plus I've got a couple of friends outside the gates. One lives in Laguna Beach overlooking the ocean. And I've been there a couple of times for dinner, you know, just the 3 of us, and we chat and have a laugh and a couple of glasses of wine, and
social
distance. I mean, it really helps. Yeah, it really helps. But I'm waiting for my sister's dying to come over. My sister and brother-in-law dying. They said as soon as they can possibly come. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that because I've got loads of plans of where we're going to go and what we're going to do. So,
right.
You know,
and I know it's very frightening for all of us who are in that range of the most vulnerable, because you don't want to go out. However, the alternative is to be unhappy or be depressed. And there are many places now where you guys can go, and they are following the directions. They're following the distancing. They're asking you to wear masks. And then you get outside. So Sheila, by you going to your friend's house, you know, you've obviously eliminated your exposure, right? Yeah. And I would imagine that with you, Evelyn, it's a little more difficult because your husband has some challenges. However, you know, it seems that they're doing such a good job. So there are some places you might be able to go.
Yeah. I think if your friends are as careful as we are here in the village, and most of my friends, of course, are my age or a little bit younger, so they're as anxious to stay healthy, so they follow all the rules, you know, they don't see their grandchildren and all that, so it's very safe. I think if you pick and choose who you go with, I think you can stay very safe.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. That is a good plan.
Yeah, I agree, Sheila. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And everybody in the village has done such a fantastic job. I mean, as you know, the numbers have stayed very low in regards to our cases. So kudos to all of you.
I feel like we're secluded in a very safe area, and because people here really pay attention and they care. I don't know if it's because when you're older you become wiser and you know, you don't poo-poo everything. Like when I see all these young people gathering, oh my God, I just can't believe it. And don't they realize until they get it naturally? But here, people are very conscientious. I mean, when I'm walking in the curb, because I like to walk on the asphalt. It's better for your legs. Anyway, when I walk and someone's coming the opposite way, I kind of move to the middle of the street. They kind of move to the side. We all wave to each other. Everybody does. People here are very, very good about it.
Oh yeah. Chris, you had a visitor there, Chris. I saw the cat.
Those are my companions. I live with 2 cats. Both of them are 11 years old. They're buddies, and they certainly bring a little bit of smile and interest and fun. The one that you just saw, he's a Russian blue, and we play run and chase each other games. Kind of hide and seek with a cat.
At least
when you talk to them, you feel like you're sane because you're talking to an animal. So it's not like you're just talking to yourself. You know.
Now, Chris was taking sailing lessons. How's that going?
Oh, that's true. I belong to the yacht club also. And they started up, they finally started up a couple months ago in limiting 4 people plus a skipper, 5 people on the boat. So I signed up. I finally figured out like when I was going to do it, and so now we can go out. We can sign up and go at least once a week now. Sailing.
Good. Yeah.
And they wipe down. They're very good about wiping down the boat and everything. And of course, we've eliminated happy hour, which is the most fun part about sailing, having your happy hour when you get back in. And then they have alcohol and cleansing stuff. They wipe down all the high touch areas, and we wear masks, the whole time we're on the boat. So it's lovely being out there in this heat out on the ocean.
I had belonged to the Ocean Club. I guess I still do, but I'm not too active. And I went out one time on the ocean, and I just got so seasick that and I loved it, but I couldn't do it.
Poor thing. Oh my gosh. Well, ladies, I want to thank you all for joining me. It's so nice to catch up, and you guys are doing a fantastic job. So thank you.
As are you,
thank
Lisa.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun watching. I love turning you on.
I always call her lovely Lisa because I think she's
lovely. That's a good fit. I love watching you smile.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice being with you guys.
Yes.
This crisis has changed almost everything, but not our resolve. We've pulled together, worked hard to keep each other safe. We've flattened the curve and are starting to reopen our communities. We can protect the people we love and help Californians get back on their feet. For our families and our communities, let's stay the course and stop the spread.
On these hot days and evenings, you may want to have a watermelon salad. And there's just so many different ways to use watermelon. This is for a salad, and it's a 1/4 cup chopped cilantro, a 1/4 cup chopped mint, 1/3 cup fresh lime juice, 4 ounces of queso fresco, 1.2 teaspoons of chili flakes, and 1.4 teaspoon of salt. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to cut your watermelon into 1-inch thick cubes or slices. Remove the rind and cut the slice into 1-inch strips vertically, and then turn your knife or cutting board and cut the strips into 1-inch cubes. And the next thing you're going to do is prep the remaining ingredients. You're going to remove a handful of mint leaves from their stems And using a chef knife, you're going to finely chop them. Cut off the majority of the exposed stems, approximately 10 stems of cilantro, and chop the leaves finely. Juice 1/3 cup of fresh lime juice, and then using your fingers, crumble 4 ounces of queso fresco into small pieces. Now, you're going to layer all the yummy ingredients. So in a large bowl, you're going to start with the watermelon, then add all the prepared ingredients along with the salt and chili flakes. Now mix and serve, and using a soft edge utensil, a wooden spoon would be ideal. Gently mix all the salad ingredients together, cover the bowl, and let chill in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Now remove from the fridge and gently stir the salad one more time, plate and serve. Happy summer, y'all. I think I was from Texas on that one. Welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and repeat our brain teaser. Put a coin into an empty bottle and insert a cork into the neck. How can you remove the coin without removing the cork or breaking the bottle? Well, the answer is push the cork down into the bottle and shake the coin out. So that was very tricky. I thought that was a good one. All right, well, we only have time for our weather. So let's go ahead and take one last look at it. It is going to be very warm this week. We've got a little bit of clouds today with some sunshine this afternoon. Today, 85, 68. Tomorrow, we're looking at 89, 66. Then hot again on Thursday, 91, 66. Friday, 91, 67. And then Saturday, 87, 65. Now, remember, right after our morning broadcast of This Day, we do have the United Board meeting. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
Well for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. But did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings. Transport seniors safely to and from appointments, and provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is Age Well Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.